to give the people what they want. It's Jalen and Jacoby.
He is Jalen Rose.
What up, dog?
I am David Jacoby.
And on the cool check-in.
And we are Jalen and Jacoby. What do we do?
We give the people what they want.
If the people want an extremely detailed discussion about a 10-second video from a wedding reception, that is exactly what the people are going to get. You all know what we're talking about. The dance heard around the world. Steph Curry getting down to T. Grizzly, being egged on by Kyrie Irving at Harrison Barnes' wedding. He was mocking LeBron James. Now, we all know LeBron James has seen this. What do you think his honest reaction was when he saw the video?
Big shout to T. Grizzly. Detroit, stand up.
Blowing up. T. Grizzly's blowing up.
It's our turn right now. I'm not going to overreact to the video.
I will.
It's just, it should pull people behind the curtain into the modern day athlete to understand that while you're competing for championships and you're trying to do the best you can to build your brand and all of the things that come with being a professional athlete, a lot of these guys have a kinship with one another. A lot of people don't realize that Steph Curry and LeBron James were actually born in the same Ohio hospital, for whatever that's worth. So we've seen LeBron come out even recently when Steph signed his contract and was like, Steph Curry should get more money. Why do basketball players have salary caps? So these are the type of things when you see Steph and Kyrie initially, it's like, wait a minute, they just played in the finals for 3 straight years. They ain't supposed to be smiling together. They're not supposed to be in the same place at the same time. But again, that's just how it is nowadays. I understand it. I have no problem with it. And again, the video is actually funny. And like the great American philosopher David Jacoby says, you can be mean if you're funny.
And I think after the 3-in-1 cookies and after the Ultimate Warrior t-shirt and those digs that LeBron had for Steph and the rest of the Warriors after he won the championship, I think that he has to charge this to the game, right? Like, is he really upset about this, you think?
I don't think he's upset about it, but here's a different way for him to feel about it. The one thing about being a teammate is that you're supposed to be ride or die. It's like being a mate. You're not supposed to allow somebody else talk about the weaknesses of your brother or your mate. And so if you're LeBron or people that are really close to him, you look at Kyrie like, wait a minute, it's one thing for Steph to be cracking on me. It's another thing for you to be laughing really hard. Like you really was excited about him clowning me.
Those were belly laughs. He was touching his shoulder. Like, Kyrie wasn't just a bystander and a spectator in this. Kyrie was an active participant in mocking LeBron James. And look, I'm going to read too much into this. I wouldn't do that if someone was mocking you. You know what I mean? Like, I do kind of feel that there's, like, not 100% of LeBron James that feels a certain way about Kyrie's involvement in this, but there's 60% of LeBron James that feels a certain way about Kyrie's involvement in this.
No doubt about it. And how you play it in that situation is you let everybody cook, but you let them know I'm not rolling with that. Y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta get off my guy. Like you have to hopefully like distance yourself to the point where we kicking it, we homies, but at the same time, that's my teammate. And I see all of these cameras rolling.
That's another thing. Like, this is 2017, and we are all much more conscious of the way people hold their phones. When someone holds their phone towards you like this, you can pretty much know that they're recording you. And there was multiple people with their phones out holding them just like this at that action. Kyrie Irving, I know it's a little late in the night. I know you're enjoying yourself at a wedding, but I feel like everybody there in today's day and age is cognizant of the fact that this will make the rounds in the sports news media cycle. Even though it's late at a wedding, like, I think Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry both know where this was going to go, don't you?
I do. And big shout and congratulations to Harrison Barnes.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen him and Steph Curry both being productive at the same place at the same time since a very long time.
3 years, probably.
Because it wasn't in the NBA Finals.
Nope.
So, again, I understand that everybody's off wax and having fun. But when it is your teammate and it is your brother, a family member, a mate, while you can have fun, and you definitely should be doing so, you have to find a way to be like, no, y'all got to get off my guy. No, we ain't going to do it like that.
Yeah.
And so since we didn't see that and we understand that he's already requested a trade, it lets you continue to understand that he's designated the fact that I don't want to play in Cleveland because I don't want to play with LeBron James anymore.
And every single thing he does, no matter how subtle, even if it's just him singing "I'm coming home" on a plane back from China, even if it's just him standing next to Steph Curry while Steph Curry mocks LeBron, every single little thing is a message. It's all a message to the Cleveland Cavs organization saying, please trade me. It doesn't seem like he's taking steps to patch this up. I haven't heard anything about reaching out to this person or that the person. What I've really heard is Kyrie has gone radio silent on the Cavs, and every time we do see him, he's not saying nice things about LeBron James. But here's one thing I want everybody to notice about this video. We've all been to weddings, and we all know there's different stages in the wedding process. There's the ceremony, there's the dinner, there's the reception, and then there's the late night at the reception when no ties are tied. Steph's got his collar popping outside of the jacket. Like, it definitely seemed like it was a little later in the evening. Do you think any adult beverages were at play?
Absolutely, as there should be. And also, the thing about Kyrie, people are going to say, why would he want to leave the Cavs? It's a successful situation. You get a chance to run with LeBron. LeBron's possibly leaving at the end of this year. It's not like he has a lifetime contract. I think Kyrie's just getting in front of the message. And also what's being acknowledged is that it's one thing to treat me like a little brother. It's another thing to son me. And I think when he felt like it went a little too far in the latter part of that conversation, that's when he felt like, you know what, I've established myself. I want to be out of here. And so, as you acknowledge, he has gone radio silent on the Cavs. The things that we see ultimately seem like indirect messages that's being sent to LeBron and or the team. But he's made it clear. So there is no distinction. There is no gray area. We don't have to look too far into this. He's already came out and said it. I want to be traded.
And if I'm the Cleveland Cavaliers, I'm saying, oh, another thing you made clear is that you committed to playing for this basketball team when you signed the contract. So enjoy training camp here in Cleveland. Harrison Barnes wasn't the only NBA player having nuptials this weekend. Trevor Ariza got married as well. Congratulations to him and his lovely bride. It was also attended by the new NBA duo of Chris Paul and James Harden. There was one detail, though, I wanted to talk to you about. At this wedding, there was at one point when Rick Carlisle was playing the piano, and there was another point where there was a private concert from Travis Scott. Would you be more excited for Carlisle on the keys or Travis getting turned at the wedding?
Travis getting turned at the wedding. And also, here's another thing I want to point out. So, initially, we were talking about players fraternizing with one another. Just think back to the Houston Rockets when they played against the Dallas Mavs. Those instances have been a little frosty the last couple of years, in particular with Trevor Ariza. So now to see the coach of the Dallas Mavs playing the piano at Trevor Ariza's wedding, it just goes further to what I just initially stated, is that current athletes and or coaches, as we're not talking about, they have a life besides just stressing about the score of the game. These are relationships. People get traded. People play in camps. People have the same agent. People are from the same hometown. You cross paths in a variety of ways. So I'm not surprised that Carlisle was on the piano. I am happy that Chris Paul and James Harden were there to represent. Chris Paul, like, I'm out of the like. Chris Paul just dissing the Clippers. Can I just say that?
How so?
Because, like, he's making it flagrant, like, I'm gone, and I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, him and James showed up at the Drew League, and the Drew League, you couldn't even get in the neighborhood of the Drew League on Sunday because everybody was there. I don't remember him doing this with DeAndre and Blake. Like, I don't remember him doing this with Doc Rivers. I don't remember him putting on Front Street the relationship that he has with his teammates when he's playing for the Clippers. He hasn't played a single preseason game with the Rockets, yet he's already got, like, a Rockets tattoo on his neck right here.
Correct, and that's where I was going. It's almost like he hasn't even played a minute for their team, but he seems to be more ride or die with that situation than he was with his Clippers situation. And so while he did give his all with that team, and they had some unfortunate injuries that occurred at dubious times, in particular to Blake Griffin, I think that derailed their scenario. It just kind of shows that I was teammates with those guys, but this is my homie right here. So I can't wait to actually see them play ball together in the league, because they're going to be on fire this year.
They look good in the Drew League. We'll see how they look in D-League. Coming up next on Jalen Jacoby, Allen Iverson has 25 missed texts and 7 missed calls from Ice Cube. We'll explain why after this. Jalen Jacoby on ESPN2.